Okay, our next presenters are no strangers to the council. You heard us talk a little bit about them, and they're the beneficiaries of the Disty Duffer. But it's Cory Johns and Joe Pizzarello from the YMCA of Central Florida. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Bill. First, I have to say another thank you to both Scott and Joe. Thank you so much for what you're doing. It's really benefiting the kids. As you go through, you're going to see some of the projects that we did in STEM on the PowerPoint, so you can just see some of the benefits that the kids have. I wanted to tell you briefly a little bit about the overall program, and I'm going to be very brief and let Cory talk about family engagement. But the YMCA has a great collaboration with Orange County Public Schools. Orange County government funds our program to the tune of $2.6 million each year, as well as the Boys and Girls Club. And all of us work together to provide free after-school programs for middle school students throughout Orange County, and then very low-cost summer camp programs. This program has been going on since 1999. We've served over 165,000 kids. That equates to about 15 to 16,000 each year, about 2,000 each day about 3,500 each day between both us and the Boys and Girls Club. So that gives you just an idea of the scope of that. Now, in that programming, we have really, with the help of a lot of people that I see in this room, Bob and Michelle and Bruce and many others, have started to infuse STEM programming into what we do each and every day, and we've really been on this journey for the last 3 or 4 years. So you can see some of the photos. We're outcome-based, so that we're making sure that we're measuring what the students perform. We measure in grade point average, we measure in behavior, and we measure in school attendance. And we do that because we know those are 3 key indicators, especially 6th through 8th, for on-time high school graduation. So if you look at those 3 items, that's what's determining in 6th through 8th grade, are these kids going to graduate high school on time, which is kind of their next educational step. You can see some more photos up there. We do a performance task learning model. And what does that mean? That means that we're going to make sure that they're doing something in their learning. And the STEM programs are a wonderful fit for that. You can see we've done some robotics. Jim Liss, who's a fantastic science teacher out at Southwest Middle, has the kids do a boat regatta where they build a boat out of cardboard and duct tape, and then they try to make it across the pool, and it's so much fun. They have a great job. Jim is great. They do so many great things there. We have 4 core things that we try to do in every Y program that involves youth. Values. We feel like the Y is a great place to introduce values. We support reading. I don't want you to think that we're not doing STEM because we put that up there, because if you're going to do a STEM program, the kids have to read. I was just talking to one of the teachers about Algebra 1, and one of the things that they're having a hard time with is just reading the word problems in order to complete those problems. So we know that we have to marry both reading and science and math together in order to be successful. Health and fitness and health and wellness, we're the YMCA. If we can't teach health and wellness to kids, then there's a problem. And then the last piece is family engagement. As you guys know, what we're talking about today, getting the parents involved is so important. And I'm going to turn it over to Cory now that you have an overview, and let him talk about our parent engagement.
Plenty of lifeguards on duty during the boat regattas, I assure you. Although we try to do family engagement throughout the entire year, we're definitely seem to be more successful during our summer camp months. During the school year, we have 2 hours to connect with the kids and the parents versus summer camp where we have 8. And we really put a big emphasis on last summer, making sure that we're doing these family engagement events at our camps. And in 2013, we had 7,317 family members that were involved in a camp event throughout our sites in Orange County, which is a huge number. And as you see by the chart, we survey all students, staff, and parents, and the parent scores were on a scale of 1 to 5 through the roof. Really enjoyed what they saw at our sites. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how we do that in the different avenues. This isn't really necessarily geared just towards our STEM programming, but our programs as a whole, because I feel as if you get the parents engaged and you get them into your buildings, you can then have the time to talk to them about your STEM programming or your arts programming. Family nights, we tell our coordinators it can be something very simple. Discovery Middle School, I know that they connect with Chick-fil-A because they do the parent outing, the family outings, and then partial proceeds from that go right back into the program, so it turns into a fundraiser as well. It could be as simple as a movie and popcorn night at the site. So they set up the projector in the cafeteria or the gym or even outside, and the parents come in and have a free movie night with their child and their siblings and husband or wife. Again, parent surveys. Not only is it a 1 to 5 span of satisfaction, but we make sure that we have a lot of comment sections in there as well, so that the parents feel as if they have a say in how we're going to change things for the next year, and we do definitely take those into consideration and try to make the changes that the parents want to see. As far as communication, big believer in the face-to-face connection during, when the parents are dropping the kids off or picking them back up. We try to have our display boards up, and we have our coordinators or our kids or our co-teachers there to speak with the parents and let them know what's coming down the road, the new clubs that we're offering, the newest STEM competition that's coming up or project. We also are lucky to be in the schools, so that I don't know if you guys know what Connect Ed calls are, that we connect with our principals and who allow us to do announcements home that go to the entire school to let them know what we're doing in the after-school zone and in the summer zone. Email is a no-brainer. Student events, and I think this is something we're most proud of. I know that at Union Park Middle School, which we modeled a brand new reading literacy program over the summer, each week they did a family night on the last day of camp, on the last day of that week. So one week it may have been the dance team who on Thursday did a performance for all of the parents who showed up, and then the next day may have been the video and tech club, which designed an entire movie on their own, wrote the script, shot the video, got on their computers and did all of the editing, and then showed that at a movie night at their summer camp. The last day of the entire camp, they displayed all of the clubs and all of the activities that we did throughout the summer. And Union Park is a Title I school. I believe it's 95% free and reduced lunch. And as my OCPS and Seminole County people know, it's not always the easiest school to get that parent engagement. In fact, when we're out at these sites and we see the lack of parent involvement, it's sometimes sad to see, and it's something that we feel as if it's our part to increase that involvement. So that last night of camp, we had 83 parents show up for that final night, which, again, if you're in the schools, you know that that's a very nice number to have, and they really enjoyed watching their kids perform all of their final projects. So also school events. We're lucky that we hire the drama and chorus and technology teachers at the school. And so whatever they're working on during the school day, once that bell rings, they clock in with the Y, and they're able to extend what they're teaching their kids during the school day. And so at a lot of the drama productions that they hold on the weekend or at night, or the chorus events, we can then be out there with our staff and talking to parents while they're there about the YMCA program and the different events and clubs that are going to be offered. To piggyback a little bit on what Dr. Rogers was talking about, going into the elementary schools. Of course, we're in the middle school programs, but we really see the benefit of our staff going out to the feeder elementary schools and going to their parent nights. And each of our middle schools host a incoming fifth grader night, and going out, setting up tables and talking to parents during these events about the Y programming and about the STEM initiatives that we are rolling out. Real quick, Joe, do we have still a couple minutes? About our transition camps. This really started at Avalon Middle School with Dr. Judy Frank out there. Their mascot is a husky, and so they host what's called a puppy camp, and that's for their outgoing fifth graders coming in sixth grade. And so they'll host a 1-week camp for them to get the kids acquainted to the campus, not only does it relieve the stress of the incoming sixth graders of what they're about to experience in middle school, but the parents who are sometimes struggle to give their babies up from elementary into middle school, it really helps them to feel a little bit more comfortable about sending them to the next level. And so now we're rolling that out to all of our summer camps, making sure that we do some sort of 1 to 2 week specialty camp for these incoming fifth graders. And so in the next couple of months, they're going to be really making their way out to the feeder elementary schools and talking about summer camp, talking about our offerings, especially in the STEM arena. So does anyone have any questions? No. Again, Disty, thank you very much. Bruce, good to see you again. Appreciate it.